Working at the car wash. Singing out, working at the car wash, yeah. Oh yeah. What you want, girl? Get up out of here. You too. She good and wet, y'all. She good and wet. Tranny good and wet. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We working on Tranny today. We're gonna see if we can get this thing mocked up in that guy, because you guys remember on the last episode, we got the motor in there. We got the motor in there for the most part, but now we got to mate the transmission. Really, we're gonna just mock it up because our torque converter is not ready for install. So we're just gonna mock up the tranny and the engine together and see how well they fit underneath that guy there. Not to mention, we're gonna end up having to probably customize the Crossmember setup too. But I'm gonna give this thing a bath real quick, get her all cleaned up because it's been sitting around for a little bit, scrub her down, and then we'll see if we can somehow muscle that guy on to that. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but we'll see. Oh lordy lord. Gosh, bro, I thought I was gonna lose a nut on that, bro. I didn't even think I was gonna be able to do it, honestly, but we got it on there. I will say this though, this is actually a lot lighter than I thought, because the 4L80 that we put in that Chevelle, bro, it was way heavier than this thing. But I'm just glad I was able to get it up there. So now we can mock it up, see what's going on. But we're gonna go get these brackets that we got from HOLLEY. HOLLEY makes a bracket slash transmission mount for these, but not for these, if that makes any sense, because we have the HP 90. They make it for the 70, but I think we can make it work with some modifications. So we're gonna find out to see if it'll work. But let me go show you guys what we're working with. That was a lot of box opening I've saved you guys. Look at all that. All that boxes, all of these I should say, for just that. That's it. But this is basically what we got from HOLLEY, and we're gonna see if we can make this work, because they didn't design it. I guess the transmission mount part is a little bit different for the 90 at HP 90. This is the guy that supposedly holds that tranny up. But we're gonna see if we can use all this stuff. For the most part, if we have to modify, we will. We might not even be able to use that trans mount, we'll see. But this hoop goes above, up top, for a support structure for the tranny, and then this guy should go something like that below. So we'll see. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of trial and error, but we'll see what we can do and see what we have to do to make this work. Well boys, this is kind of what I got going on here. These are the two brackets from HOLLEY. So you got that top hoop, that support bracket, and then that guy bolts to that. But what I find odd is that you have to put it on the inside of that top bracket, right? So you can't pull this down in theory and try to keep this one up at the same time. Like I mean, you could, but it's gonna be really difficult. You'd think this one would go on the outside and this one would go on the inside. It's kind of weird setup, but we're gonna see if we can make this work. I'm a little nervous because that tail shaft and how it's gonna actually go in there, you know, so I might just end up taking this out for extra room. I'm gonna put it up here and see exactly if it's even gonna be able to go in there with this bottom bracket in. So we'll find out. Well boys, this is the look of frustration right now. I did a lot without you guys. I figured you guys were not going to want to watch this trial and error stuff. Long story short, all that Holley stuff is just not gonna work. Not gonna work at all. What's happening is that those brackets sit right here, and if you look, the transmission is just too long. It just sits just past it, so we can't get those on once the tranny is in there or with the tranny being out. Like either one, they just won't go on at all. So they're not gonna work. This 8 HP 90 is just too long. I don't know if a 70 is shorter, if the 70 model is shorter or what, or if it's just also our motor mounts, the motor itself just sits too far back, so it just pushes it out. I don't know what it is, what the differences are with these transmissions, but long story short, it's just not gonna work. I put the stock one back on for now. Put this ratchet strap on there for now. We're gonna end up having to get something fabbed up. I think I'm gonna take it over to the shop and see if the guys can fab something up, or maybe even hit up Franklin and see if he's got some time maybe to fab something up for us. But you're definitely gonna have to do something, because that's not gonna work. Not a bit, but a lot of time wasted. Hey, it is what it is, but all we can do is fab something up, I guess. We'll take it over to the boys or take it over to Franklin and see. Hopefully we can get something done, right? But there it is, folks. Do not, I repeat, if you are not running, I repeat, do not get that Holley kit, especially if you're not using their motor mounts. If you're not using their motor mounts, don't get it, especially if you are running at 8 HP 90. Also, do not get it. Learn from my mistakes, our mistakes. But there it is, folks. Well, y'all, you guys already know. Subscribe button, like button, bell for notifications, and stay wrenching.